You see how it's just like, yeah. I guess we can't talk about no relationship stuff because you might get in trouble.
That nigga don't give a fuck.
No, I really don't. My girl already know the real.
Nigga gotta get BTA.
Hell no.
All right, we straight now. Let's get right.
All right. So everybody, it's your host J Mike on Speaking Mind Podcast. Got my co-host here,
Yo.
and then we got our special guest right here.
Yo, I'm Trey.
All right, so we got Trey in the building, man. It's one of my dogs, man. New friends I met this year. We just
Shout
gonna
out,
dive into it. So what made you want to come to Winston?
All right, so originally I was looking for different schools and trying to figure out what I really wanted to do, and I chose to be a nurse. So I seen that Winston-Salem State was a good nursing school, and you know a lot of people, because I'm from Greensboro, they'll ask me like, why didn't you go to A&T or why didn't you go to UNCG? Mainly A&T though, but I chose Winston because of like the record they have with like nursing majors.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I like all jokes aside, I respect you for being a nursing major, especially as a male, bro. Like, especially going to a predominantly women's school and then being a nursing major, that's already one step to greatness because it's different, bro.
No, I'll give you your flowers for that one.
And you got to, because I already know what my homegirls be going through with that nursing stuff. The fact that you even going into that, I respect that because I would.
Oh, that's real. I appreciate that too, for real. It is different. Like, even in my classes, like, I could, like, in my chem class right now, I'm the only dude in the class. Like, so it'd be like the ratio is definitely way different. But I say it's more about my reasoning why I still decided to do it and why I still want to be a nurse.
So, like, why? I was gonna ask you, why do you want to be a nurse, and like, what, like, kind of drove you towards that major?
Well, you know, we in school to build a career, and so it's something that I could see myself doing for the rest of my life. And so I thought to myself, like, what are things that I feel are important? And so I like, you know, taking care of people. I know that you doing a job like that, you will always have a purpose and a value. So life is about having a purpose, and I feel like that was kind of my calling.
Oh, that's fake hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody said, what, Kim?
What Kim? I think it's Kim Health Science majors.
Kim Health Science majors.
But driving off a little bit off of nursing, I was gonna ask you about your fashion. I was seeing you be putting that stuff on, man. Like, what's kind of like drove you towards fashion? Just like, what are some like outfits you put on for like fall, maybe spring?
You gonna bedazzle the scrubs? You gonna turn up the scrubs? I ain't never seen nobody get the scrubs right.
We you always gotta have your own little. I feel like, kind of like what Jay was asking, you gotta have your own, like your own aesthetic, your own
right.
You gotta have your own sense of fashion. And so I would say the fashion really started when I was young. I just always wanted to kind of stand out a little bit and be different, and so that kind of what led me to like getting into fashion.
So with that, Winston is not the biggest fashion school, you know. Versus
Hold on, though. I feel like we be putting it on,
See?
though. I give my kudos. I be seeing people with it on. They be trying to down us, but we be having it on.
You feel me? No, I agree with that because, you know, I dibble and dabble sometimes, you know. When I got to, I throw my little foot in the water. But do you think that Winston is getting up there? Do you think they're now starting to become a fashion school?
You're not just known as a party school. I'm gonna ask
do
y'all,
you think Winston is
party
do y'all
school?
think we a party school for real?
Bruh, I don't know.
Party school. I would definitely say A&T, like, for the local schools around, A&T gotta be the most party school.
Of course.
Like, it's no way. So I wouldn't consider us a party school.
Even out of all HBCUs, I don't think we a top 10 party school.
Yeah, nah.
Okay.
Because when do we party? Besides Ramfest and Homecoming. And Homecoming not for us, that's for alumni. So when do we really party?
Dang, you're not even right.
I don't see us as a party school.
They'll have like little
Kickbacks.
that's like I was gonna say
That's just
kickbacks,
college,
but,
bro.
like,
Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. Like, you gotta think about it. Like how he was saying too, it's a mostly predominant female school, and it's a lot of nurses. Like we be having a lot of stuff to do. So like you can only really do kickbacks and what like parties, I guess, so to say, every so often. So I feel like that kind of plays into a part why we don't really party that much either.
Okay, so like, do you feel like when we actually throw a party, do you feel like we have better parties than A&T when it comes
bro,
to like? Because
I
I know
feel-
y'all heard about quality over quantity.
Bro, it depends what type of party we throw, bro. And I think like we just shout out King J, bro. King J really tough, and DP. I respect them both. And I think we do a great job at throwing parties and hosting events. But I think we need to switch up what type of parties we have. I would love to go to a boiler room.
Yeah, like I feel that. Too.
I would love to
I
just.
feel that.
You feel me? You feel me?
They're crazy.
Because
Carly J. Renson, you don't know her.
all the functions and the kickbacks be the same. Like I feel like for more people to.
I
even
mean,
wanna
I feel
come
like
out,
that comes with life, though. I feel like every party and kickback is the same outcome, same, theme, same everything.
I don't know, bro. Y'all didn't hear this from me, but my kickbacks be smooth, bro. I ain't gonna lie, my kickbacks. We done had three. We done had 3 kickbacks, bro, and it's been fun every time. I'm always knocked out first, bro.
I believe it.
Denari as a party promoter?
Chill.
Question mark. Question mark.
Question mark? Maybe, bro. But I don't know, bro. I think Winston is more of we pride ourselves more on other things like family, more like integrity. I feel like and protection. I think that's something we always. I know, especially when I be giving tours, especially as a campus ambassador, I like to promote those things: family, Winston men, and protecting each other for real.
Do y'all feel like parties and kickbacks are overrated when it comes to a point in your life?
Night
after,
parties.
Yes.
Like after your first, all right, let me run that back. First 2 years of college, yeah, parties are like that. But after your junior and senior year, it's like, is it really worth going to that party when you in your major?
Does it what is
And
it?
I'm gonna let y'all know, since I'm already a junior and I'm in my major, I'm gonna get my touch on it. I'm gonna get y'all spill on it, because I know y'all both are sophomores.
Okay.
But me as a mass comm major, being in my major, it's just parties don't move me no more like they used to. And granted, I am in a relationship, but it's like, and I was talking to my girl about this the other day. When you're in a relationship, it's like when you go to a party, it's no pros towards going to a party, bro. It's like you sometimes, depending on the relationship you in, like you gotta sit on the wall. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure, like, if a girl twerking, throwing it, bro, you gotta move, bro.
All right,
like,
so let me ask you a question. So,
I
do
mean,
you say that the relationship would kind of like hold you back or deter you from going to the parties? Like, if you weren't in it, would you really be more like into the parties or maybe having more fun at the parties?
I feel like if I was to go to a party now, it would just, I feel like I'd be babysitting.
All right.
Why, I think you might be thinking about it
feel
too
like-
hard.
Yeah.
Bro, if I'm in a relationship, right? Hear me out. We at this camp. Hear me out. If I'm in a relationship, right, and we're going to a party, I don't even go to parties, first of all. I don't like night parties. I'm a Darty type guy. Not gonna fake. 1800 North Patterson type guy. Bro, but it's like, I'm not finna be like, if my girl there, it's been times that it's been females I was messing with heavy at a Darty with me, I'ma still have my fun. If a girl right beside me twerking, she's just right beside me twerking. I'm not looking at her. I don't have to look at her. I don't have to refrain myself from looking at her. Cause all she doing is twerking. Cool. What is that? That's not moving me. What you throwing?
Okay,
cool.
so I'm gonna ask you this on a deeper route. So
It
when
is
it
hot
comes to
bro.
yeah, it is kind of burning. in here, But
least
when
the
it
heat
comes to temptation, they always tell you to flee.
I
So
like that.
if you know that you have a girl or you have somebody you're talking to, and you go to the party, and you know it's gonna be girls that's, I love the women, sorry, respectfully, but you know they're gonna be dressing half naked
right.
at parties, especially at Darty. So it's like, why even put yourself in that situation where you can avoid the situation easily?
So boom, one, you just contradicted yourself.
I was thinking the
So
same thing.
one, you already, when it comes to temptation, you already sinned getting ready for the party. Because one, you just said you knew that. Second, like you already,
But like,
you already
I said if I was to go to a party.
Yeah, and I'm saying, so if you're preparing to go for the party, putting that on, smelling, meeting up with the guys, you already know it's going to be half naked women there. You already know I don't like seeing all women, because some women just like to enjoy themselves, dress comfortably. I respect that. You feel me? Have fun with their homegirl. Cool. Some girls more just looking for guys. You feel me? Vice versa. So if you already know that there's some people like that going there, you shouldn't even go, especially if you can't withstand temptation. Now, granted, if
then
you
it comes with knowing yourself too. As well.
I was just going to say that you got to know your heart, because if you're going there knowing you're going to be tempted, sometimes I put myself in situations just to see if I will be tempted, just to see if I have that much discipline.
So you challenge yourself.
Just to see if I have that much discipline.
Trey, what about you?
Like what?
When you go to a party, let's say like you was talking to somebody or something. Would you put yourself in that situation, knowing like the outcome?
All right. To begin with, I'm not really a party type of person to begin with, because I don't really like being around all them people. Like how he's saying, it's a lot of, all right, we know what's going on at the party. You know, it's nothing like, not saying that it can't be beneficial, like, because you're having fun. It's like, in a sense, you're enjoying yourself, but there's nothing that's actually benefiting me at the party. So, like, I don't really, if I was in a relationship, I definitely would not be going to a party. Like, I wouldn't see no reason to. Like, if I had a shorty who still want to go to a party, what you want to go to a party for?
So, like, okay, spinning off of that question. So, if y'all are in a relationship, would y'all be mad at y'all girl for going to a party with her friends?
No.
I'm not going to be mad, though. No, I'm not going to be mad, but I'm going to
Would y'all feel some type of way?
No.
Okay.
If she cheat, if she go to, first of all, bro, let me say it like this, bro. If she go to, let's say my girl go to Winston, right? We both go to Winston, and she go to a Winston party, or you know, somebody like X-Rated, Motion Team, King JJ, Juice Crew, you feel me?
Right.
If they go to one of them parties, I promise you, I know somebody that's there. You feel me? And I promise you, somebody knows that she's there and that she messed with me. Right? I'm not worried. And I'm not finna go tell somebody to spy on you and have you uncomfortable your whole night.
Of course.
But if you do something out of character, they will see and it will know.
I'm the type of guy where whatever you do in the dark is gonna shed to the
It's gonna
light.
shed. So I don't care what you do.
That's real.
You have to come to the, and look, ooh, they gonna get me for this one. The girls gonna get me for this one, right? Kings, bro, brothers. You have to understand that the same way we view these women, they have to view us too. So if we hold them to such a high standard, you feel me? We got to be held to a high standard also. So if we talk about all these women, oh yeah, well, let me not say that because I got cussed out for that a couple times. Look, you gotta treat me the same way I treat you. You gotta respect me the same way I respect you. So
but it goes apart to say that in a relationship, you're a reflection of me and I'm a reflection of you.
Exactly.
So it's like whatever you do, you know, it's gonna come back on me.
Don't do nothing you wouldn't want me to do.
Right,
vice versa.
Let me ask y'all. So you telling me y'all wouldn't feel like, why? What would be the reason if you're in a relationship? Why are you going to a party?
So I'm gonna speak for.
That's just a
I'm
question.
gonna speak for myself and I'm gonna speak for the ladies because I got insight from my girl and her friends.
All right.
So for myself, the only reason why I would go to a party is like, for instance, if it's Nari's birthday or it's your birthday, I'm be like, it's my nigga,
That's
man.
different.
I'm
That's
finna
different.
turn up for my nigga. I'm finna, turn up with my guys. But like, from my girl's standpoint, she says, I just want to go to a party with my friends, get drunk, et cetera, do what ladies do, like, simple as that. But I tell her all the time, I'll be like, going to parties like these, it's going to be some drunk guys, some guys that, might know me or might know you, and they might be like, I don't give a fuck if you got a nigga or not, and that's when she have to play the cards, I'm just saying, like, why don't y'all just have an equivalent to that? Why don't y'all just have, like, a little kickback in y'all room? Like, y'all be together with y'all friends and get turned.
Right. That's real. I'm just not finna control nobody. And I'm not saying it's controlling, but if you want to go to that party, go ahead. We not married.
Nah, it's cool. I don't got a problem with it. It's just, I'm just trying to, if you really want to turn with your homegirls, why don't y'all have like a sip and paint in the room or
But
like.
see, not everybody. I get that, but not everybody be on that.
But
I'm not finna go to no sip and paint. I can't paint or draw.
Depending on like how y'all was saying, like you your reflection, like that's your partner, your reflection. So I would feel like me personally, if you at a party when we together, I feel like you're not on the same timing as me.
I feel
I'm more focused on my schooling, my career, getting my life right, and trying to move forward.
Well, I know some great scholarly women.
Oh wow.
That's some parties.
That's real. That's
And
true.
some drinking.
It's some
But
people.
look-
It's some people that go here that can go to a party and then ace exam.
Yeah,
next day.
me.
Of course.
It's
But
some
look,
people like
of
that.
course. Of
But look,
course.
I do want to say, if I'm in a relationship, we go to a party, it has to be respect. Like, don't stay out to no 4 a.m. and expect me to, you feel me? Or don't stay out to too long knowing that I'm back home waiting on you, make sure you safe, make sure I still talk to you or come sleep with you.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask y'all this. So let's say like y'all with y'all group of guys, y'all going to the party, and she with her group of friends, she going to the party, and y'all go to the party, and it's like y'all do that romantic shit, y'all be hugged up and shit, and do party and shit, and then
Cupcake.
No
y'all
PDA.
leave, and then y'all leave from each other, like, and y'all go back to y'all groups, and then another nigga or a female come up to y'all and be like, "Oh, you look good," da da da. They just drunk as shit. Like, what y'all gonna do in that situation? They start touching and shit like that. Or, like,
While she beside me?
yeah, no. While you away, like you on the other side, your girl on this side with her group of friends.
What you want me to do? Moo, I got a girl, shorty. Or I might just put my mans on. I ain't finna get punched.
Like I said, all right, let's revert it back some. Why do we go to parties?
Why do we go to parties?
Yeah,
Let's start
well,
there.
Yeah, why, you feel
The
me?
whole
Why
I
do we
want
go to
everybody to know
parties?
this is not just relationship based. This the whole segment right here is just why is a party relevant?
Right. Okay. So think about it. I'm gonna be honest.
Why is a party relevant in a relationship? Let's go to there.
And also, I feel like we didn't touch on like, bro, you go to a party and you may not realize it, but I think spiritually too, like you don't know what you picking up when you leave, and then especially if you my girl, you bringing that back to the spot where
That
we
energy,
like,
yeah.
You feel me? You bringing that back, and that's something that I like. That's what I'm saying. I feel like we wouldn't be on the same timing because it's like you going out bringing stuff back to the house that didn't need to happen for real. That makes sense.
I agree with you.
No, I definitely pick up on what you're saying. Like you don't want that energy around you. To
You
a
can
certain
call it
extent,
energy
yeah.
in a sense, but just like you go anywhere, you could pick up things, or most of the time, what's going on at
Gotta
parties,
throw
like
the
how I
lie
was
to
saying,
it, man.
it's a lot of like
Gotta throw the lie.
negativity, and I'm not saying a party's just all negative, but the type of things that are going on could attract negative things.
It's a lot of lustful things that goes on at a party, For this is what I've seen. I've seen in the past that a lot of guys or girls would go there to find like a sneaky link or, like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Like, or
man.
sometimes some people that are, it's a preference. Some people go to a party try to find the love of their life, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I think, and
It's
I'm
like
glad you
it's a lot of things that goes in at a party. Some people just go to a party to find somebody they can fuck the next day or that same night.
That's real. That's real.
But I think once again it's just all about attentions, bro. Like if you want to just go relax, or if you just, let's say you just aced an exam, or you did good on one of your labs.
That's
I mean, if
real.
you wanna-
Yeah,
if
let's
we
go to
finna
the
go-
moon.
If you want to
Yeah.
relax, I mean, if you put it like that, why can't we just all sit in the
But
room?
that's not everybody.
Hit a blunt
That's
or drink or something.
Because
or-
everybody don't do that. Everybody just can't chill. Everybody not in a chill environment. Some people thrive in a hectic environment. Some people thrive in a calm. I don't like parties because all I do is get hot, sweat. I don't want to be in there, and it's cold when I leave.
Nah, I been seeing Nari at parties. He be having
He's
that
lying.
shit on.
He's
He be
lying.
having that shit on.
He's lying.
They be
He's
turning.
lying.
He be hurt.
He is lying.
He be turning.
Wait, if J Mike saw me at a party, that means he's at a party.
This is 2023.
Okay, yeah. Freshman year, maybe. Freshman year, maybe.
I am a junior now, my guy.
Jesus.
So Jay, Mike, you ain't been to no parties.
Yeah, my freshman and sophomore year, yeah.
J Mike locked up, bro.
True.
J Mike.
I promise you I'm a changed man, bro.
J Mike.
That's what's up, though.
He in shock.
And I want people to know if your relationship is nothing wrong with going to a party, it's just dependent on your partner and how y'all think and move will determine if
It's really not dependent on your partner. It just
You don't
you
think
just
so?
better have your bro. It's really all about respect and discipline.
So what if you fuck before the relationship? What if you're talking to somebody and they're like, going to parties is a red flag?
Bro, if you
I'm gonna be real. I wouldn't.
I want to talk to you.
Well, you want to talk to him if going to a party is a red flag?
If you're telling me, if she's saying that if I go to a party, that's a red flag.
Let me specify. Going to a party
All right.
in a relationship is a red flag
So
for her.
so my
Like
girl,
if she says you're my man, Why the fuck are you going to a party for where there's other bitches twerking and throwing
Who the fuck do
ass?
she feel like subjectifying me to a closed space? You're not finna control me. I'm a grown ass. If my mans be like, "No, let's go to a party. I don't got class on Friday, or it's Friday. All my work turned in. My grades look good. We finna go hit this party." I'm not finna go do anything malice or with bad intentions. But if four out of my 5 homeboys want to go, bro, I'ma go. I might be designated driver. I might be the dad. I might be the drunkest. Who knows?
Unc nephew.
Nephew. You feel me? So it's like, bruh, nah, you can't just. That's like me telling her, "Oh yeah, I don't want you hanging around your homegirls."
No, that's not the same. In my
It
opinion.
definitely
No,
is,
that's not
bro.
the same.
No,
I don't feel
cause
like
I trust
I
myself.
don't feel like that's the same.
I trust myself, so I know I'm not finna go do nothing if I'm in a
I
committed
feel like
relationship.
Are we in
If
this
me- if
relationship to be? Hold on, are we in this relationship though? Like, because if I'm getting in a relationship, to be honest, if I want to go to parties and stuff, I also feel like I might as well just stay single. Because while I'm finna get in a relationship to be at parties, and then also on top of that, like, are we in this relationship to
Okay.
actually be together
I
for a
feel like-
lifetime, or are we just playing?
I feel like we gotta separate this whole party
Yeah,
thing.
I don't
Like,
think-
it's certain. It's a college party. There's a gathering, and then
Yeah.
there's a kickback.
I ain't gonna fake. If you're old, if you're out of college partying, like if you're 30 or something partying, calm down.
Now,
Unless it's a event, but if you're partying like you're still in college, that's a problem.
let's bring this back. So let's stay here in the present. We're
chime in if you
we're in college now, so stay here. We have college parties and we have kickbacks. Which would you rather have your partner go to,
I ain't gonna lie. A college party.
and you would be
Right.
okay with?
To me personally, none.
I don't care.
I'm not a party
I don't
person
care,
though.
baby. Go do
I'm
what
not
you
a
wanna
party
do.
person though, so it's a difference.
I'm not really either. But a kickback, honestly, if you really want to break it down, if they're a kickback, let's say in Willie or Foundy or something like that, you already in somebody
What
else's
about
room.
Deacon?
And Dickie, you off for camp. You liable to do anything. You in somebody's room.
I mean,
If you messing with the if y'all going to a kickback, oh y'all mess with this dude,
drop
yeah,
the
my
phone.
homegirl.
He
Cause we
already-
finna get into it.
He ready.
We finna get into it. Cause let's say, oh yeah, we at Deacon, you feel me? We finna go on a little kickback. Me and my homegirls going. One of your homegirls may be trying to set up a couple, like 2-3 mans, you feel me? Now you and Deacon in somebody's whole apartment versus you at a whole lounge.
I just thought of something too. To be honest, you shouldn't even be with her anyway if you don't trust her out. No,
Thank you.
that's
No,
real.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
real. That's
No,
real.
That's why I said I don't care, 'cause
that
I-
is-
I trust you
real.
enough. I always give my
okay.
trust.
I'm gonna go off of what he said.
So it's not an
What
issue. for
what
her, but
if you trust your girl, but you don't trust the area?
That's
No, that's not
that's-
trusting your
that's-
girl.
You feel like still not trusting your
Yeah,
girl?
that's not
Yes,
trusting your
because
girl.
you gotta know. All right, that's like say if you get in the car to go drive, right? Yo, is the person in the passenger seat gonna trust you regardless of the other drivers around you?
Or if you
see
really,
what I'm saying?
oh, that's like saying if you going through hell and hot water, you gonna trust God to get you out of it? Yeah, you gonna trust God to get you out of it? Trust is trust at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So if you don't trust her to, you're never gonna, bruh. Part of my language, a nigga gonna be a nigga,
Yeah.
no matter what. A nigga gonna be a nigga.
And a hoe gonna
Gonna
be
be a hoe. You feel me? so if
Y'all
my girl
crazy.
going out here in these environments, I'ma trust her. I'm not gonna trust. I don't know the nigga. I don't got no. He don't got no loyalty for me. I don't got no loyalty for him. But now if you my man's, or if you my man, and one of y'all girls trying to slide on me, nah, that's my man's. You filthy, and I'm finna go tell him.
Yeah, that's real right
Real
there.
shit, real shit, real shit.
Then also with the partying thing, I feel like it's not a problem to go like how y'all saying, but it's more so like, is it a consistent thing? Or is
Yeah,
it
okay.
just like every, you feel me? Like, cause that's a different story. But if you trying to be out all the time and that's like questionable, you feel me?
Go check what's wrong with you, my boy.
So
I'm gonna be wrong.
I'm gonna ask this. We're gonna pivot a little bit. So, what is the deeper meaning behind a relationship?
It depends what you're in a relationship for.
What? So, kind of spinning back on that last episode with Zay. Are you in a relationship to court a girl, just date for experience, or just to fuck?
Are you asking personally?
Are you asking us like if what we would,
Personally, yeah.
court is like when you plan to be with them for the rest of your
Yeah,
life?
you're
right?
dating and married. Yeah.
That would be me. If I'm making you my girlfriend, it wouldn't. That's the only option.
Okay.
There ain't no reason.
Okay,
to
you
do
too?
it if it's not.
Pretty much, bro.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask this. So, what would y'all let fly in that relationship?
I ain't letting shit fly.
Yeah. I'm gonna take that real serious. Cause like that's kind of what I was saying. If I'm making you my girl, it's because I plan to be really forever. So it's like I gotta really set my standards, really, hold up to what I'm thinking about. And I want us to be on the same page with everything.
You know what I love about our generation?
What?
We don't let shit fly. And you see all these marriages lasting 60, 50 years with our great-great-grandmas and our great-grandpas and stuff like that. They only married because one of them paying the bills, one of them feeding their kids, one of them providing the bacon, one of them doing all this. We're not going for that.
Okay.
If I love you, if we're gonna get married, we're gonna get married because I love you and it's surrounded by God. That's the true meaning of marriage.
I love how you put the bills and all that. Like our grandparents back in the day was paying bills and stuff like that. Me and Trey was talking about it a couple of days ago. It was like, about the joint bank account. And how do you feel about the joint bank account? I know I talked to my girl about it. She was like, of course she wants her own bank account with her own funds. I want my own bank account with my own funds. But she wants a joint bank account for, like, vacations and, like, funds towards, like, the kids and et cetera,
I seen my grandma and grandpa do that, have bank account, like joint banks, but also had different of their own bank accounts. It really just depends, and it has to be structured.
Do you feel like a joint bank? Do you feel like a joint bank account is can be possibly a downfall relationship?
It most likely would be, but I'm not money hungry. I really don't care about money at all.
Do you feel like having a joint bank account in your relationship could be possibly a downfall in your relationship?
Nah, because I feel like if I made that choice to do that, then that means we made that choice together. Right. So it shouldn't be no problem with it. But if you was asking me personally, I wouldn't really want to do a joint bank account for real, because just like what you make in a joint bank account, probably to pay the bills equally or whatever it is, you could do that from your own bank account, and even not even that.
Okay, let me ask you this real quick. What if y'all both have a woman, and we talked about this with I'm gonna shout her out. Shout out Leah.
Yeah. Shout out Leah. That's my spiritual dog.
We was talking about how she wants to make more money than her man, and she feels as though like she feels as though that her man should pay like most of the bills for her.
Right. And that kind of was what I was saying. Like, regardless, no matter what it is, even if it's more or less, or it might be close, y'all not going to make the same exact amount of money. So therefore, if y'all working cordially together, then y'all should work with what y'all got together. And that don't mean that you got to just put your money together. But if I'm making, and this is just figuratively, if I'm making like, $500K and she's making $100K, why would I allow her to be paying all the bills? I could probably pay all the bills and still have some, and she just got that $100K. But if she still want to feel as though like she's contributing, maybe she can pay for the groceries, or you know what I'm saying, something smaller. But you got to work with what you got.
And I got something deeper to ask y'all for the deeper roots. Do y'all feel as though that us as men are we still looked at as the same from back then in the generation, like the 90s, 80s, 70s, where it's like, we're men, we pay the bills, we work, come home, and help the kids and help the wife out.
So,
and for the women, you feel like women are viewed the same, where it's like they come home from work, they cook, they clean, etc.
So, no. I feel like, bro, it is, and I don't really blame us, but I blame us. You feel me? But our parents and them didn't do a great job. You feel me? And I'm gonna keep it spade to spade. They didn't do a great job. So it's like me. I was raised with my grandmas and my great grandmas and my great grandpas. You feel me? So I'ma always be the natural provider. You feel me? No, I'ma hold the door. I'ma pay for this. I got this. That's just me. But now we're in a generation where a lot of these women grew up off of independent mothers.
Independency.
So now all they know is independency. With these young men are known for being babied. You feel me? Single mothers. So like
most women know how to lead, and it's when they have a man that knows how to lead.
Whoa. Most women don't know how to lead.
Let me run that back. Most women don't know how to lead, but there are some women in this world that know how to lead.
So y'all feel like
And
a
when
woman
they
should
have-
lead y'all?
No.
No.
All right, I was just asking that.
If you want to go on a biblical term, and you know I keep my Bible with me, we can go on a biblical term, and I will argue with anybody. Okay?
I can't take
Bro,
this nigga serious.
go to Genesis, bro. Go to Genesis around chapter 4 or 5. 3. It's between 3 and 6 for sure, bro. It literally talks about the man being the head. You know, it's literally a hierarchy for a reason. You feel me? The man is supposed to submit to his wife. You know, we talked about this on probably our first episode, I think. That was our first or second episode. A man's supposed to submit to his wife as Christ submits to the church. But our woman is also supposed to help us continue our journey getting closer to Christ. That is how it's supposed to be. Everything was set for a certain reason. Eve, the reason Adam was mostly punished for eating the apple and not Eve, because he was supposed to tell her not, he told her not to, but he didn't lead her not to. He was supposed to lead and say, Christ didn't go tell Eve not to eat the apple. Christ told Adam not to eat the apple. And Adam related it back to Eve. That's why that's why he's getting more of the, it's your fault. It's more your fault, because I'm talking directly to you. That's like if we're supposed to tell Trey something, and you tell me, and I tell Trey, and Trey didn't do it, who you looking at more? Me. Because you told me not to do it. So that's how I look at it. Snap, what they talking about?
But nah, like, spinning off of what Nari said, I feel
Hold on. Somebody said, Kobe, you know Kobe, my boy Kobe. My boy Kobe said, do y'all believe 50-50 balance in a relationship is truly possible? Or do you think it's more about giving what's needed in different times?
I feel like it's giving what's needed at different times.
And he said, how do you personally approach balancing responsibilities and supporting in a relationship?
Let's let Trey touch up on this a little bit first.
Are you in a relationship?
No. What was the
Ladies?
second part of the question?
Yeah, ladies.
How do you personally approach balancing responsibilities and supporting in a relationship?
I would say you got to look at it from like a conscious aspect. So like I was saying with the money thing, or like even if it's just, say if your girl not feeling good that day, you know she not feeling good. So, I mean, you should do what you can to try to uplift her spirit, make her feel better. Just like maybe you might have a bad day. You would look for her to uplift your spirit. So it's more so about making conscious decisions and being an understanding person, because I feel like it's not hard for anyone to understand situations. It's just more of the fact is, do you care about that person enough to actually do the right thing,
Right.
type of thing.
So do you hear all the time about, the best relationships are the people that you grew up with or your friends and stuff like that? Do you believe that? Do you believe that you can have a long, sustaining relationship with a stranger?
Or do you feel like, I'm going to let him touch that. No, answer that first, and I'm going to ask you this question.
All right. I feel like, first off, the best relationship is the one that you have with yourself and whatever belief you may have, because everybody is different. So the relationship with yourself and whatever belief you have is most important. But I kind of could say that regardless, I know sometimes you think to yourself like, oh, I know him since then. That's like from the sandbox. Like, we going to always be good. But that may not be the case either, because you don't know. You could cross paths with somebody who in reality, like, you never know what's meant for you. So in reality, that person might have your back 10 times more than your homie that you knew since the sandbox. So I would say it's all about judging, like, each and every individual relationship and seeing it for what it really is.
That's real.
I'm going to ask y'all this real quick, because I was talking to my guy Patrick about this in the car when I was on back.
Shout out, Patrick.
Internship. But, bro, do y'all feel like you're supposed, like, in the Bible, it says you're supposed to work on yourself, build yourself up, and then you will be rewarded with a wife or a husband. Do you feel like leaving, like, kind of like pivoting off of that and, like, just straight for, like, DMing somebody and talking to somebody, do you feel like that's taken away from the whole process of that? Or you feel like you feel like that's the love of your life, then that's the love of your life?
Nah, bro. In all reality, we're really young, first. But my uncle, like, I'm always spit a gem for my uncle.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out, Unc, man. My uncle
Shout out,
always
Unc.
told me, Nari, the stuff that you do or the work that you put in, you don't have to go looking or chasing for females because they're going to come to you.
Right.
He said you're a good young man, so by doing what you're exactly supposed to do and doing what you have to do, they're going to come to you. And, bro, God calls people across your paths. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of great women that I've dealt with or I've talked to and I just messed up. You feel me? I slipped up. I was young, immature, stupid. Still doing it now. You feel me? Keep it honest. So, like, you really wouldn't know. You feel me? But
So I'm
DM
gonna ask on the deeper route, just
And,
like.
let me
go
say
ahead,
something about
Trey.
that
Yeah, go
DM
ahead.
thing too. Y'all gotta understand this social media and all this is really new. Like we always had it, but think about how we were saying like our grandparents and stuff is different back then. They didn't have social media, and social media distorts a lot of like perceptions of relationships or perceptions of anything really. So that kind of like I wouldn't really. It's kind of I personally would want to actually like kind of how you saying like meet that person in real life on some like coincidence like type of thing, but you never know that person like how you saying too, because even though social media is new at the same time, what if you do reach out to that person through a DM and then y'all do go out or y'all do meet each other and is the connection is really there, you just never know, you know?
So I understand it. I still kind of question myself sometimes with how I met my girl. I ask myself and I ask God sometimes, is this like a spiritual relationship? Because I was just scrolling on Instagram one day, and you know how like they suggest you to follow some people on Instagram, and that's how I found my girl. And I followed her, and I'm just like, is that coincidental or is that just like another follower that just happened to be somebody I fell in love with?
so
And vice versa.
don't question yourself, but ask God, hey, reveal what this person is for me. Reveal, like, what is she in my life for? You feel me?
Right.
Because there's been times where I'm thinking, oh, yeah, she the one. But that was a lesson.
Yeah.
You hear me? That was a lesson. And you're going to be on that wheel if you don't understand that lesson.
I sometimes ask myself, am I doing it right or I'm doing it backwards?
J-Man, you need to find that into yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta trust yourself a lot. You really gotta, even if that means, not saying you don't have to be in a relationship, but like actually go out and do some stuff by yourself and find out who you are. Like, for an example, when I'm going back home today or tomorrow, I'm not gonna fake. I'm probably gonna go downtown and ride scooters all around Charlotte. Those are times where I could find
Cleanses your
myself.
soul.
Cleanse my
the
soul.
mind. Kind of like what Zay said about like if you sit outside for a while with nature, it'll like you really get to understanding stuff, bro.
Bro, I need his mom to come here one day, bro. Oh my God, that's my girl. Bro. But yeah, I have a question, and I want y'all to answer this too. Do y'all believe chivalry is dead?
Yes.
What's chivalry?
It's like when us men, we open the door for women,
like-
all that stuff.
No, that better not be.
It better not be.
I feel like it's dead because kind of like what I said on that was a great episode, by the way. Y'all go tune into that episode with Isaiah Jones. Yeah. Y'all go type in. But
This is a great episode too. I ain't gonna forget.
exactly too. Just ties into just
I love your mindset, Trey. For real.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all perceptions too. We all got good. Our own perceptions. They're good.
Women are trying to be us. They want to be us so bad in this generation. They want to be the pimps. They want to be the ones that slide on us. They want to be the one that run shit.
Nah, but everybody's their own person though. At the same time,
I don't think they want to. I think
Okay,
they're accustomed
wait.
to.
I got you. Okay. This is like a touchy subject, but I'm gonna be respectful.
Work out, Jay. Go
But I'm gonna be
ahead.
respectful as much as I can. As I was told by a woman, I'm not even gonna say her name. There are some men, Trey gonna know what I'm talking about. There are some men in this generation who act really feminine and sassy.
Yes. 1,000%. I don't go a day without saying that.
So
That's facts though.
it takes away from a good woman trying to mess with a man because he doesn't have that certain masculinity that they need for them to prosper.
So now saying that, which is 1,000% true, it's you have so many masculine women that it's so hard for us men to find the good ones. I was just talking about this the other day with one of my mentors, and I'm like, bro, I don't know what are good women, especially if you're going on a biblical aspect like a Sarah. Like, I don't know what a good woman is because they're so masculine.
Hard to come
They
by.
so
Yeah.
independent. So it's like, as a traditional man.
It's hard to crack that cookie, man.
Pause. Come on, Jay White. Come on, Jay White. But nah, it's just so hard to really get in relationships these days because you just don't know. I just don't know attention. You know how many, like, shout out 2 Minute Mondays. Do you know how many, like, it's been a couple females that try to slide on me through my 2 Minute Mondays? Through my motivational videos?
No, I believe you.
Or through my worship? So, like, how can I really take you? Or, like, and I'm very transparent. I'm very honest. Like, if we, like, done indulged already, what do you, like, kind of expect this to be? If we based our relationship off of sex or off of
Yeah, I was just about to dive into that.
off of that, what do you like? How do you possibly
Do
think
y'all
this is going
feel
to
like if y'all doing y'all thing, like on the internet,
Don't bash me.
y'all
Don't
job,
bash me.
career, whatever, do y'all feel like if a woman was to approach you on the internet, do you feel like it mostly pertains to a sexual relationship?
No, because and I blame COVID a lot. COVID really did not give us the opportunity to continue on with personal communication. So, like, a lot of people don't know how to speak, don't know how to talk, don't know the words to say, don't know how to even make eye contact. Because we're so used to talking on the computer for what,
So,
almost 3 years?
There's a lot of people who don't know how to start a conversation. That's another thing I want to touch in. Like, do you feel like COVID is the reason why a lot of people today can't hold a conversation?
Yes.
And kind of even going back just a little bit, I feel like kind of how we were saying, like how females can end up masculine or males can end up feminine, and why they can't combine with each other no more. Like those different relationships and those things that you experience, so to say, or even like how we're saying we experience COVID, it basically has an effect on who you become.
Right.
So then when you might get that right person, or maybe it is like how y'all saying, it's time to go talk to a girl that you actually like. You don't know how because of past experiences.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, you need to, like how he was saying, is learn from these experiences and use those, and don't just judge the next person or the next experience the same way just because something in the past has happened, because this is a new experience. So you want to go into it fresh without just automatically thinking or putting something in a category. You feel what I'm saying?
Speaking, bro.
I told you.
That's facts.
I told you. You like that, man.
That's facts, though. And also, bro, to go off of that, like, and I only speak from personal experience, bro, so I ain't even gonna fake with you. It's been times where, like, I've dealt with good girls, bro. I've dealt with great women, but I was so into the world like this before I got saved and stuff like that, not making it an excuse because I take accountability for everything I do. But it's a lot of good women that I done
Passed up.
done dogged out. And since I done dogged them out,
I got a question.
they're gonna be like, oh man, Nari done dogged me out, so I'm a dog every nigga now. And I have to take accountability for I just messed up for the next guy. So that's generational curses that I started because I had one motive and a bad intention.
Do you feel like the world is a maze?
The world is so easy if you get out your head.
And the reason why I ask that is
Quote me.
a lot of people, like, let's say, like, going back to, like, high school days, like, everybody had that one girl that they couldn't get. And then years go by, like, it's like that she on that pedestal type. Like, and then years go by, you in college or you doing your thing, and she just hits you, be like, hey, Trey, hey, Denari, how you doing?
That just happened not too long.
Like, how would y'all feel? Would y'all still talk to that person, or y'all be like, nah, because I feel like just because I'm up now, you just want to talk to me?
I don't blame her because I am up now. But I want to talk to you. Now, if that's just your motive because I'm up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like you didn't see me for the person I was to begin with. So everything, like kind of how he's saying, if you really believe like money is not nothing, because money it does get you somewhere in life, and it does put you maybe in a better position. But
not even money, just like you're rich all around.
Like you're wealthy, like mentally and stuff?
Yes.
I'm rich spiritually.
Yeah,
Rich spirits. There we
definitely
go.
rich spiritually.
If she was trying to get that's a good thing I base my relationship, or if I were to get in a relationship. Are you rich spiritually? So if you didn't see that I was rich in spirit then, You don't see it. You're making this choice off something else. Like,
So answer this. You're rich off spirit. You high on spirit. What if she's not? Not that she's looking for you to do that, but she's not rich in spirit. She may not be as close as God. She may not be close with her spirit as you are. What are you doing with that? You just gonna let her go by the wayside? Are you gonna talk to her? Are you gonna say, nah,
you
gotta
saying
be,
if I really like her?
like y'all meeting each other, you know, y'all
she
talking.
Got a good vibe. And,
she got a good vibe, and then you
but-
start getting into. You know, we're gonna get into that spiritual talk.
I feel like, okay, first off, I feel like even if she does not realize how rich she is in spirit, or maybe like how you saying, maybe she's not. When you're around certain people and we were talking, you can see how rich in spirit they are.
Facts.
And it don't have to just be about knowing a Bible quote or knowing this or knowing that. You can just feel their presence, you know? And so I judge a lot of my things off how do I feel when I'm around this person? Like, what are they giving off?
It comes with aura.
That's real. I look in everybody's eyes.
I ain't gonna lie.
Is that too?
If I walk in a room and I see a powerful woman, I'm already know before I walk in.
I only date women
I know what you're saying.
that
I'm
make
already
me.
know before I walk in.
If you make me stand up in your presence, like if I have to fix myself, like make sure I'm straight, make sure I'm
make
right.
myself presentable.
That's how I know
what I'm
you're a
saying?
woman. I ain't gonna fake.
You gotta come
so
correct.
if that doesn't
Okay.
happen to you, check yourself.
Bro, I love this podcast, man. Like, this is some deep shit. Bro, I kid you not, like, you could tell the difference between a woman and a little ass girl.
Come on. Little ass girl, they finna cancel J Mike.
I don't care, man.
They finna cancel J Mike.
You can, bro.
Speak your
and
mind.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, no cap.
It's the same thing with a man. I'm not gonna make this a sexist thing, bro. It's the same thing with a man. Like, you can tell who's a man
That's
and
true.
who's a little boy. Like, it's the same. Like, I've grown up off this, bro. Like, my aunts be telling me this shit all the time, bro. Like, they be telling me, like, you gotta change the narrative. You gotta change how you move. You gotta change how you walk. You gotta walk like you know you that guy. Like,
Facts.
You feel me?
And like another thing is too, kind of like even going back, I just thought about this. Like, all right, like say even right now, like you see how we're having a conversation. Don't this feel different than like say if you just walk into a class, and you say what's up to somebody. Our spirits are involved in this conversation, you know. So that's kind of a big thing I look for too. Like if I'm talking to somebody, like when I'm talking, where's the conversation? How does it feel?
Where is it leading?
Like yeah, you know, like it always will show in the end of the day.
Hey, I love that. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure you go tap in.
This is why God is real. I'm gonna say this because everything in life, for the most part, is spiritual.
Yes,
Everything in life is
everything
spiritual.
is.
Everything is.
That was even like what I was saying, like with the party thing. You don't know, you go in there spiritually, you might have an effect that you're like, you don't know that, but you're bringing that back. Like,
And then, Nari, I'm gonna ask you this.
I do
question.
love you, Morgan.
I'm gonna ask you this question, Nari, because so can you please touch up on the difference between your spirit and your flesh?
Let me cook then. Look. I put on both sides for this. We right here, right? We right here with it. We right here.
right here.
Look, bro, your flesh is just a holding place, bro. Your flesh is just a holding place. This is so temporary, bro. I look at my life in the third person perspective. My flesh is right here and my soul is right here. I look at everybody for their soul, not their flesh. Your flesh is weak. Your flesh is going to be tempted. And you ever seen that SpongeBob episode when
Talk to me.
when Plankton tried to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula and Sandy was washing her skin?
You right?
Plankton took her skin and pretended like she needed a Krabby Patty so she go get the formula. The way Plankton was controlling the flesh is how our souls control our flesh. Your eyes, ears, and mouths are all gateways to your flesh. You feel me?
Yes.
And that's why you have to be very careful of who you indulge with sexual activity with. Also, very unprotected, because that is another gateway to your spirit.
Whatever
So if
they're going through,
you're going to get it. You're going to get it.
You're gonna
so
get it.
so your spirit, bro, your spirit is most high. Your spirit is, okay, I love God. Yeah, I love this. Or whoever you praise now. That's who I love. You feel me? I love God. Yes, I know right from wrong. Your flesh is tempted to do wrong. That's why God came down in human form to see why we act the way we act. That's Christ. You feel me? So when things like that happen, I be telling myself all the time when my flesh fall and when I'm weak or when I fall into sin, I'm like, I don't like it. My spirit doesn't like it. So that gives me opportunity to know that I'm going to stop. If your spirit don't like something, that means to stop.
And this is why this is where I go back to the party situation, yeah, y'all go read the Bible, man.
Yeah.
But
I got a scripture.
this is where it goes back to the party situation where it's like, bro, you go to a party, you see an attractive woman, and it's like you're trying to tell yourself no, but your flesh is like, nah, she bad, bro. She got a fat ass.
Come on, J. Mike.
She got the body, like,
talk.
and then like after you get into sexual intercourse with her, it's like
It's anything physical. Like you haven't like
it's
you
like
having
that
the
no
urge to
nut
have
clarity,
sex, right?
It's like that no nut clarity.
That's a physical want. You
Yeah.
want to release semen. You want to want a nut. That's why you want to
But
have sex.
that goes
But you
back
can control
to
that.
biblical stuff
Bro.
where it's like we were put on this earth to reproduce. So all we know, you feel me? Come on, Nari. Finish it, Nari.
I think
Finish it, Nari.
it's like you almost
You right there.
Finish
You right
it.
there.
You gotta
Finish it,
complete
Nari.
it.
Help me out.
Bro, it's bruh.
We on this planet to reproduce, find our purpose, and then perish.
No.
No, wait. I'm
We're
missing one. I'm
supposed to
missing-
be on here
All right, help me out.
to glorify the Most High. So
Right.
we're supposed to do things. First of all, the way Earth is set up now is not the way Earth was set up at first. You feel
on.
me? This is before the fall. You feel me? Before the Adam and Eve situation. You feel me? But now, since that happened and we fell into the greatest sin, we all have to die. But we have the opportunity to, and that's actually what I'm reading now. I'm reading the Gospel of John. I read a chapter every day. And it's literally like Christ died on the cross, so like we didn't have to go by God's rule. Because bro, if you really read the Old Testament and know what you had to live by, nobody wouldn't be here right now, bro. Facts.
Facts.
So Christ gave us a second chance. And I wanted to say this, bro, about your spirit when you do like a sin or something.
Mm-hmm.
John 14, verse 25 through 26. I have spoken these things to you while I remain with you. But the counselor, the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, will teach you all things, remind you everything I have told you. So when you fall into sin and that thing come over you, like, bro, what you doing? Or, you feel me? Here you go. You have to know the difference in the voices, first of all. That voice that yell at you, that make you want to put your head down, make you feel bad, don't listen to that one. That's the devil. That's the right side of your shoulder. The left side, the Holy Spirit, it's okay.
That's so real.
You know better.
That's so real.
You know better.
Oh
and
my
that
God.
lets me know, like, okay, I don't like it. God, I repent. I ask for forgiveness. And I ask that my consequences, you give me mercy and grace. You feel me? But now, I'm not going to put my head down.
He's speaking.
So you have to understand those things when you do sin. Like, yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, I could, you feel me? But now it's like, do better. What did I say on my 2 Minute Mondays? As long as you're doing better today than yesterday.
Right.
Facts. Shout out 2 Minute Monday. Y'all go tap in.
Bro, but I'm going to leave this one last deep question, and then we're going to finish out with the quotes of the day. But imagine going to a grocery store, any area where it's a beautiful female, and you know, like, let's just say we're all in relationships, hypothetically, and you know that, you see a girl, she look good, and it's like your flesh is telling you, like, oh my God, like, I really want this girl.
Push-ups.
I really want to fuck this girl, but I know that after I fuck this girl, it's not going to be worth it. How do y'all go about just disciplining yourselves?
Like kind of how we were saying, I try my best to make all my judgments and my decisions from spirit rather than from physical want or need. So I'll just sit back and think to myself, I already know if I do this, I'm going to be not just like mad, but I'm going to be upset at the decision I made because I knew better. So why would I go ahead and do something when I know I'm going to be upset at the decision that I made?
Facts.
And I feel like all I need is that thought. And then I realized to myself, like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Plus, even with sex and stuff, why would I risk something I know I shouldn't do and I could potentially have a baby, catch something? It's too many different things.
Right.
Go to hell.
That go into it. Like,
I'm gonna let Nari answer this, and then I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm just put it out there so y'all think about it. How do y'all feel about women saying all we are to them is a sex toy?
Okay. One about the grocery store thing. I would probably have to change my heart, because if I just see a bad girl in the grocery store and say I want to have sex, that's mean I'm lustful. So I gotta change that first of all. Cause why am I looking at you? Don't know who you are, don't know your name, don't know where you back from. You could be having the spirit of Jezebel inside of you. You feel me? And I just want to say to you, that mean I'm lustful, and that's a problem. Now, with women saying they're just subjectified as a piece of meat, bro, it's been times where people just said, I just want to fuck you, Nari, or I just want to have sex with you, Nari. What do you look at me as? A piece of meat? Like,
No, that's real though.
bro, the same thing that they say we do is the same thing they do.
They do.
Right.
Bro, I don't single nobody out. I don't believe in that. Women, men, no. You don't. We're human and we're spirits at the same time. So the stuff that you do is the same stuff that I would probably do, and the same stuff I probably did, or a man probably did, you probably did.
Okay.
And that tell you a lot about like what that person is or where they're at. And not saying that they can't improve or like, be better, but that something's coming out their mouth like that will tell you exactly where they at.
Who they are as a person.
Yeah.
But that was a podcast, y'all. Thank you, Trey.
Oh, you know what we got to end with?
Oh yeah, I'm about to. I'm about to get to the
I was gonna
point.
say,
Come on, let me
we
cook
got to
real
end
quick.
then.
Yeah.
Thank you, y'all. Thank you,
go ahead.
Trey, for coming on today, man. Very special guest. We like to end the podcast with a quote of the day to leave with people who are watching, just for ourselves as well. So, obviously, I'm gonna start off. It could be just one word, a statement.
I got one.
Whatever.
I got one there.
But my quote of the day I'm gonna leave is.
All right, and I do want to say I appreciate y'all bringing me on the podcast.
Nah, for sure.
so-
For sure. My quote I'm gonna say is, never belittle yourself for somebody else.
All right. Okay.
I like
Cook
that.
J Mike.
Cook J Mike.
Nari,
You want to go?
I know you're gonna say something powerful.
You go next.
I'm gonna say, and don't take this one either, because you're gonna see this on IG. But believe in yourself, and you're halfway there.
That's hard.
Let Nari cook, man.
Don't allow the person you want to be affected by the person who you was.
Okay, I like that one too.
So like that person that you're trying to grow into, just because that old you was the old you, let that be the old you.
That's real.
One more quote. Better wear that latex so you don't get that latex in. I think I'm latex. Peace.